Welcome back to the Mystery Tackle Box YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to catch bass like this in heavy cover. There's one. So today we are going to be pretty much strictly frog fishing. I may throw a couple variations of topwater, but we are at essentially a giant swamp. I wanted to talk to you guys about frog fishing today because this is one of my all-time favorite ways to catch bass, but it's also a type of bass fishing where knowing how to use the right gear is really going to benefit you. So today I want to talk to you quickly about the setup that I'm using, why we're using it, and then we're going to go catch some big bass, hopefully. So when it comes to frog fishing, you guys are generally fishing a ton of cover. For me today, like, check this out. This is what we are dealing with. Like, this is just thick vegetation. Since we're fishing super heavy cover, you guys are going to need the correct gear to be able to powerhouse that fish out and just fish it properly. So the setup you're going to need is going to be a heavy rod, a long rod, a fast gear ratio reel, and some heavy duty braid. The rod that I have here in front of me is the 7.5 Guggen Muscle. This is a heavy rod. A lot of times with frogs, you're making bomb casts or you're fishing with a lot of slack. So you really want to be able to pick that rod tip up to make a good hook set. With that is going to follow backbone. When I'm fishing heavy cover like this stuff, you're going to have a lot of weight on the end of that rod. So you're really going to want a lot of backbone to really powerhouse that fish out as soon as it takes that frog under the water. So that's the rod that I'm using. Now, to pair with it, I have a high gear ratio reel. Anything from like a 7.3 on up is going to be great for you guys. The faster, the better. The reason we want a fast gear ratio reel is because we're making a lot of casts, we're having a lot of slack in that line, and you really want to be able to pick up that slack. So when you guys are fishing something like a frog, you're going to have a lot of slack in the line because you're popping, and pausing. You're like pop, pause, pop, pause. I know that sounds kind of funny, but you want a high gear ratio reel so that you can pick up that slack in that line to get that hook set. Super important when you're fishing frogs and other pause baits. And then last but not least, the line that you are going to be using. You want heavy duty braid. Why? You're fishing super heavy cover. Braid doesn't really matter. You're fishing muck. In this scenario, I'm pretty much fishing duckweed, so they're not going to be super picky about seeing that line. Just have heavy duty line because you guys are going to need to get that fish out of that heavy cover. When you're fishing lily pads, thick weeds, anything heavy cover, you want to rely on that line to actually get that fish out of there. So I'm using 50-pound braid. And you know what, that's just what it's about. It's about having power. This whole setup is just about power. So now that I shared a little bit about frog fishing with you guys, let's strap on the GoPro, get out here, and get on some fish. Alrighty, let's get out here and hope the frog sticks. Frog fishing has to be my all-time favorite type of fishing next to like flipping a jig. If I'm not gonna be able to flip a jig, I'd rather fish a frog. Something about anticipating a just gnarly topwater bite. And this lake in particular just has a different breed of largemouth. There's such bad weeds in here that these fish, they do not question it. They literally they're like a firecracker on the water. I don't know how to explain it. Like when these fish come out of these weeds, it's insane. But topwater is really great in these crazy muck-filled ponds like this because you get a lot of gnats and things like that love to sit down on this duckweed. Dragonflies are all over the place right now, and they'll come down and they'll sit on this duckweed, and bass, bluegills, they love to come up and just snack on those things. So there's a lot of good opportunities, even though a pond like this might look super intimidating. Also, every time I got blown up, you know how you usually can throw back in there and get them again? It was not happening either. It was weird. That's a good one. That's a good fish. Talk about a freaking blow up. We got to go over to it. He's trapped down in there. Actually, you know what? Now let's try the 𝗙cie𝗰𝗶𝗹 muscle out. Oh, that's a tail of a 4-pounder if I ever seen one. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Big fish, crazy cover, monster bass. You got to get in there and you just got to get them out of this stuff. That is not going to give you a bad day. Look. Oh. No scale, but look how he ate that frog. Look how he ate that frog. He has every bit of that frog down in his throat. He is just angry. They don't get their fight out when they're deep in these weeds. Holy crap, dude. He ate that frog like it was his job, dude. You guys see that? Don't be afraid to get in this thick stuff. It's intimidating. It looks unfishable. You gotta have the right gear. This Guggen mussel had no problem torquing this fish in. Just get in there, make it happen. This is what it's all about right there. That is a heavy fish. I wish I could put on a scale for you guys. It's gonna be, I'd say it's probably about 4 pounds, but these fish are eating good. They're not being caught often. It's just, that's a heck of a fish. Get him out of here. It's so deep, we gotta push him down in there. Let's get some more. Whoo, baby. Nothing beats a blow up that sounds like that. I'm sorry, but like, that's a largemouth bass. It's like a freaking tarpon, just whoo, boom. Like it's just, and nothing will make you happier than, you know, you'll get out here and you guys might not catch 10 fish like you will fishing a 𝗙𝗶𝗶𝗶 at a pond or anything like that, but you can come out here and catch 2 or 3 bass that are like that and that give you a blow up on a frog like that, and you will be beyond satisfied. And if you're not, then you might need to go to the doctor, because that is just an adrenaline rush in itself. It's just, wow, just never gets old. Don't forget to empty out your frog. A lot of times the frogs will fill up with water. If you want to keep them afloat and get the best action out of them, make sure you guys just squeeze them every once in a while. Plus, if they're full of water, when you get blown up on a fish, the frog doesn't give as much, because now there's pressure for that hook to expose, and it's a lot harder to get a hook set. Ooh. There you go. Got him? Want me to take us over to it? Here, I got you here. Okay. Oh, that's a donkey. Oh, you're just boat flipping? Oh, shit. Oh my gosh, that's one way to do it. Oh, well, I'm sorry, you guys. That's just kind of what happens when you get nervous and you got to just boat flip it. Nice fat fish. There we go. Nice, dude. Sick. No, it definitely does, but dude, like, think about it. Like, look at the fish you were catching at the one day, and then I started throwing the buzzbait and the size of difference we were producing. There's one. It's all about gear. I'm telling you. I can't tell if the fish is coming to me or if the boat's going to the fish. If he's still in there. Oh yeah, I see it. I see a green back. I see a green back. Oh, I figured. No, I'm just talking to the GoPro. Oh.
Wow, there's the nice cool water.
Okay. All right, 𝗙𝗶𝗶𝗶. Oh, come here. Barely hooked. Nice fat little guy. Man, their teeth are just so sharp in here. Nope. Don't do it. It's a nice healthy one right there. All right, he's ready to go, so I'm gonna let him do his thing. But, oh. All right, let's get some more. That's all right. All right, you need one of these?
Not yet.
All right, we're gonna go try and cover some water with a buzzbait. It's gonna be tough and frustrating for sure because of this lake, but we should make something happen. As soon as it hits the water, you gotta like burn it. First cast. Literally, I was moving to the spot, but crazy how it makes a difference. Oh God, he took it so down deep in there. All right. Man, that fish came right at it. He hunted it down. That was awesome. This lake is like, it's something in itself. Oh dude, that's a good fish. He's sitting there, he's stuck, he's right on top. Can you grab him for me? Here, careful. Oh yeah.
That's a 3.5, 4 pound.
3.5, 4 pounder, yeah. That's the biggest fish all day. The first cast on the buzzbait. I knew sometimes you just gotta make an adjustment, but you gotta be able to fish it in the right scenario. Look at that. Nice. Nice, look at the belly on that guy. That's what we came out here for. That's like a 4 pounder right there. We're gonna get it back in the water. There's more to be caught as the sun goes down. Super pumped. Oh. Whew, all right, so we got into a few nice fish. If you guys can see right now, the sun is starting to set, so we got to get off the water. We got to clean things up, but overall, awesome day. We got out here, strictly fished topwater. The beginning portion of the day, we fished frogs, and then we cleaned up with some buzz baits. The buzz baits are definitely a little bit harder to fish in this scenario, but overall, this lake in general is just tough to fish. It is super weeded. Any lake that is this heavily covered is just not easy to fish. So I encourage you guys to get out there and try stuff like this. As you guys can see, you know, it isn't the easiest thing to fish, but the reward is there. So as you guys could tell, every fish that we caught was really, really decent. We didn't catch a ton of them because they're a lot harder to access, but they are in here. So hey, overall, great day. I'm gonna get home and eat some dinner. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here on the Mystery Tackle Box YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's a lot more to learn. But with all that being said, not sure why I stopped the recording right there where you guys just watched. So I kind of got to do like an awkward random outro here. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jordan. I'm from the channel TightLineTV, and I'll see you next time.